हरे हरे राम हरे राम राम
राम
राम
राम
हरे।
हरे।
Continue, Mataji. Very nice. You're singing so nicely.
जय हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। जय
Hare Krishna, Krishna
कृष्ण
Krishna,
कृष्ण
Hare
हरे
Hare,
हरे
Hare Ram,
राम
Ram
राम
Hare
हरे हरे
Hare.
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे हरे
Hare
कृष्ण
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
हरे
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
राम
Ram,
राम हरे
Hare.
हरे। थैंक यू प्रभु।
Thank you, Mataji. Very nice. Hare
थैंक
Krishna.
यू।
Can we start, Mataji?
Chapter 5. Chapter 5. We should
Chapter
read
5, Shloka number 3.
Sloka number 3.
Okay, so we'll start. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakhaya Chakshurum Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantitam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavam Cha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunath Tam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Pitam Cham. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhesha Kripa Sindhubheva Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyat Deshtarine Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So today we will be focusing on 5.3 from Bhagavad Gita, chapter 5, shloka number 3. Can someone read the shloka, please?
Shall I, Prabhuji?
Please.
नेयसा नित्य सन्यासी यो न द्वेष्टि न कंचति निर्बन्ध्वा हि महाबाहो सुगम बन्धत् प्रमुच्यते.
Very good, Mataji. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you.
Can someone read word to word meaning, please?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavat Pranam Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam Prabhu. Can you please read word to word, please?
Okay, Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Thank you, Krishna Prabhu.
Jnayaha should be known. Saha, he, Nitya, always. Sannyasi, renouncер. Yaha, who, na, never. Dveshti, adrohas, na, nar. Kankshati, desire, free from all dualities. He, certainly. Mahabaho, O mighty armed one. Sukham, happily. Bandhat, from bondage. Pramuchate, is completely. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you very much. Can someone read the translation, please?
May I read,
Hare Krishna
Prabhuji?
Prabhuji.
Please, please.
Oh,
Yes,
Translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhakti Vedant Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. One who neither hates nor desires the fruits of his activities is known to be always renounced. Such a person, free from all dualities, easily overcomes material bondage and is completely liberated. O mighty armed Arjuna. Hare Krishna. Thank you,
Jai Ho,
Prabhuji.
Jai Ho, Prabhu, Jai Ho. I would also request someone to kindly read the purport, please.
May I read, Prabhuji?
Please, Mataji. Please, Jigija Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. One who is fully in Krishna consciousness is always a renouncer because he feels neither hatred nor desire for the results of his actions. Such a renouncer dedicated to the transcendental loving service of the Lord is fully qualified in knowledge because he knows his constitutional position in his relationship with Krishna. He knows fully well that Krishna is the whole and that he is the part and parcel of Krishna. Such knowledge is perfect because it is qualitatively and quantitatively correct. The concept of oneness with Krishna is incorrect because the part cannot be equal to the whole. Knowledge that one is one in quality, yet different in quantity, is correct transcendental knowledge leading one to become full in himself, having nothing to aspire to or lament over. There is no duality in his mind because whatever he does for Krishna. Being thus freed from the platform of dualities, he is liberated, even in this material world. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
So nice, Mataji. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you all for participating for this afternoon session of Bhagavad Gita. I would like to first of all offer my obeisances to Her Grace Suguna Vrinda Mataji for giving me this opportunity and the other Bhakta Vrindas for coming for this particular session. Even though it's Saturday, I can completely understand you may definitely have so many engagement, but still you're taking your time and you're in this on this platform. I am really glad, and I offer my obeisances to everybody, and I request you to kindly bless me so that I can definitely serve Srila Prabhupada and my Guru Maharaj and whatever little preparation I have done, I can offer it to you. And at the end, I would request you to please kindly share your thoughts as well, because we are basically churning the Vedas. I'm not at all qualified, but I'm trying my level best. This is my own purification. Whatever I have, whatever little preparation I've done, this is only and only for my own purification. And I would request you to please kindly add on at the end, so that I'll be very, very glad to definitely know and learn so many things from you. So with that, I would like to offer my obeisances. Vancha kalpatarubhesha, kripa sindhu bhevacha, patitanam pavanebhyo, vaishnavebhyo, namo namaha. Hare Krishna. So did you all bless me?
Hare Krishna.
Yes,
God bless you.
Prabhuji.
Blessing me.
Yes, with great pleasure, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Only Jigisha Mataji is blessing me, and Krishnamurti Prabhuji is blessing me. None of the other Matajis and Prabhujis are blessing me.
God
Prabhuji
bless you
already blessed.
abundantly, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu.
God bless you abundantly.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Thank you very
Hare
much. Now I feel really more confident. And I forgot something very important. So this ICF forum is so important, because of the ICF forum, we have got the opportunity and a platform to come together and discuss about the Lordship. So I'm grateful to ICF forum. My humble obeisances to all the Prabhus who have really formed this forum. Thank you so much for giving me an opportunity. So on that note, today's session is extremely important. This is one of my it is one of my favorite words. So I would like to ask you one very important question. After you have read this particular verse, what did you which personality came to your mind? Has any personality that came to your mind after reading this particular verse?
Yudhishthir, Prabhuji.
Which one?
Yudhishthir.
Yudhishthir. Very good, Mataji. Thank you so much. Anybody else? Any other personality that came to your mind after hearing this particular verse, or hearing the purport of this verse?
Prabhuji, Srila Prabhupada only.
Jai Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Very nice. Very good. So we will be definitely discussing so many things. There are so many personalities examples have come up, and I would like to share it to you for my own purification. So the theme is all about real sannyasa. It's all about no hatred, no desire, and Krishna-centered renunciation. So that is basically the theme of this wonderful verse by Lord Shri Krishna. So it says, Jinyase Nitya Sannyasi. Just he is requesting to Arjuna, just understand that he is always a sannyasi. Not by dress, but by consciousness and action. Who is that? Yona dveshtina kankshati. No, so one who neither hates nor desires. A living entity cannot be without desire. If someone is truly desireless, he is practically dead. This is what Srila Prabhupada says. In case of a living entity has no desire, that means he is practically dead. A living entity cannot be desireless. So desireless means free from material desire. This is what exactly we need to stress on. So we will have to focus on, instead of material desires, we have to have desires only to serve Lord Krishna. Now, definition of real sannyasa, what does it mean? It says to renounce material propensities and dedicate all desires and activities at the lotus feet of Lord Shri Krishna. So when we have false sannyasa and we have real renunciation. So let's focus on false sannyas and real renunciation. So for materialists who think, all right, I'll just take sannyas and I'll just go in Himalayas and I'll be there and all the problem will be solved. That doesn't work. For Mayavadis, who endlessly, they always keep saying, Aham Brahmasmi, Aham Brahmasmi. How much juice is there in that? There is no juice at all in Aham Brahmasmi. Without positive engagement in devotional service, they simply put themselves into distress. Dukkham aptum ayogatah, by improper practice. Srila Prabhupada says it's an improper practice. What Krishna actually recommends through this particular shloka, he says, sannyasa as mere giving up work is not what is recommended here. What is recommended here is connect yourself with Krishna in devotional service. Become yoga yukta. Dry speculation does not make Mayavadi happy. They argue, as we have heard, and we have definitely heard from so many different speakers. Mayavadis, they only argue over grammar, logic, and word jugglery, which is very dry. Or they read Srimad Bhagavatam for some juice so that they can definitely get some kind of special benediction. But then they spoil it with impersonal interpretations. And this is what Srila Prabhupada wants us to be aware of. They always try to make everything ultimately impersonal Brahman. Or they jump into material philanthropic activities, saying Brahma Satya Jagan Mithya. Brahman is real, the world is false. And then they open hospitals, they open schools, they even open chicken farms to improve the false world. So if the world is false, why are you trying so hard to improve it? So basically there is a contradiction. So what is the conclusion? The conclusion is here, they fall down from their so-called spiritual position. Because they are consciously, unconsciously serving Krishna or basically taking the name of Lord, they actually engage in Krishna conscious activities or are better situated than sannyasis. So basically, these materialistic who feels that they focus on completely impersonal Brahman. Srila Prabhupada says, still and Krishna has mentioned Bahunam Janmanam Ante. So after many births, they will also eventually come to Krishna consciousness because consciously, unconsciously, they have served Lordship in some or the other. Other focus for this particular, another viewpoint for just to elaborate and zoom in on this particular shloka is connection to Srimad Bhagavatam 5.5.4 and Bhagavad Gita 5.7. So let's say what 5.5.4 says. Srila Prabhupada cites here. It says, Nunam pramatta kurute vikarma yet indriya priyata apniyute. This says, for example, the mad, materially intoxicated person performs vikarma, sinful, forbidden acts, simply for indriya priti, which is sense gratification, and thus becomes heavily entangled. So, work can entangle us if it is done for sense pleasure. So this is what we have to really keep in mind. If I'm working, am I working for Krishna or am I working for my sense pleasure? I'd like to give you a very simple example. This is the season of December. So I believe in India we get apple, guava. I think that's the season of the fruits. So as soon as we see apple, as soon as we see guava, as soon as we see any fruit, am I thinking about my sense gratification? Or am I thinking about, okay, my son likes this particular fruit, so I'm going to buy this? Or am I thinking about, oh, Krishna must definitely love this. So let me buy this particular fruit for Krishna and let me offer it to his senses, his pleasure. If I'm having that kind of mindset, then Krishna becomes very happy. However, if I have a mindset that okay, it's very cold right now, it's going to rain soon, so let me fry some pakoras. And because I like pakoras during this particular season, hot, so Okay, Krishna is also there, so let me offer it to him little, and after I'm going to have it. That is not what is expected or recommended as per this particular verse. The other verse, which is very close to this verse, is 5.7 from Bhagavad Gita. In Krishna says, Yoga Yukta Vishuddhatma Vijitatma Jitendriyaha Sarva Bhutatma Bhutatma Kurvan Apina Lipyate. So in this 5.7 Bhagavad Gita, it says Yoga Yuktaha. It says engaged in yoga, especially Karma Yoga or Bhakti Yoga. Vishuddhatma. Vishuddhatma means purified in mind. Vijitatma is self-controlled. Jitendriyaha, having conquered the senses. Sarva Bhutatma, Bhutatma, one who sees his own self in all beings. Kurvan api means even while acting or working or performing our daily duties. Na lipyate is not entangled, does not incur a reaction. So basically, the translation is one who is engaged in yoga, whose mind is purified, who has self control and has conquered the senses, and who sees the self in all living beings, such a person is never entangled, even while performing all kinds of actions. What a wonderful translation. What a wonderful shloka. This is 5.7. So he says, I would like to read it again. One who is engaged in yoga. So what yoga are we talking about? I'm talking about bhakti yoga, whose mind is purified all the time, who has self-control. He always tries to, he automatically gets himself in a controlled manner and has conquered the senses. So his senses doesn't, disturb, distract, or doesn't get him in a bewildered situation. And who sees the self in all living beings, empathizing the living beings. Such a person is never entangled, even when or even while performing all kinds of actions. Little bit more focus on this particular shloka. So, such a yogi is engaged in practical service, which is karma yoga and bhakti yoga. He performs duty, but as a service to Krishna and not for personal gain. Has a purified mindset, Vishuddhatma. By offering actions to Krishna, the consciousness becomes clean and steady. So, whatever he does, whatever he speaks, whatever he sings, whatever he listens, whatever he eats, he makes sure that that is pure. What remains pure? When anything and everything is only of Krishna, that becomes pure. Next one is self-control and sense control. This is the most important part of the shloka. He is self-controlled and sense-controlled, which means he doesn't not get or no longer dragged by impulses, and he is always guided by intelligence and Shastra. Now, Shastra is also called as mother. So, when mother is always directing us as per uh, father's I will say signs or directions, because father gives the uh, I'll not say guidance. I will say father gives the instructions. That's the right word. Father gives the instructions to mother on how to take care of children, and mother, through her guidance, reminders, she always tries to mold, protect, and always make the children and encouraging them, by motivating them, and by really focusing on their nurturing, and that is Shastra. sees the self in all beings. So that particular individual sees self in all beings, recognizes the spiritual identity in everyone, is not entangled by, even while acting. So like a lotus leaf in water in the world, but not stuck to it. Action becomes akarma, free of reaction. As we all know, akarma, vikarma, and karma. So akarma, so free of reaction because it is done only for Krishna. So if I merge this 5.3 and 5.7 together, it shows real sannyasa is not no work. Real sannyasa is no hatred, no selfish desire, fully yoga yukta in service. Let me give you. So in the beginning, I asked you I've asked you a question, and I got a wonderful answers on if once you read this particular shloka, which personality comes to your mind. And yes, I got wonderful answers as well. But there is one more personality, or there are great personalities which I would like to talk about today that can give us some more purification. So I am actually referring to six Goswamis because they are the model Nitya Sannyasis. I'm sure you must have heard this wonderful verse glorifying the six Goswamis. It goes like this. Krishna Kirtana Gana Nartana Paro Premamritam Bhonidhi Dhira Dhira Jana Priya Priya Karo Nirmatsaro Pujito Shri Chaitanya Kripavara Bhuvi Bharavahantarako Vande Rupa Sanatana Raghuyugo Sri Jiva Gopalako. So this is basically from Shad Goswami Ashtakam. So I would like to take a key phrase from this which resembles to our today's shloka, and that is Dhira Dhira Jana Priya Karav Priyo Priya Karav Nirmat Sarav Pujita. Means Dhira Jana, sober, saintly, restrained person. Adhira Jana, ordinary, restless, and simple person. Priya means dear to both. Both, who are we talking about? Devotees and non-devotees as well. Priyakara, they do what is pleasing and beneficial for all. Nirmatsara, completely free from envy. So all our Shod Goswamis, they're humble, approachable, loving to everyone. Every Vrindavan Vasi used to love them. They used to always wait for them. Totally free from envy and malice. Engaged fully in Krishna Kirtana, writing books, doing service all the time. Dear to both refined saints as well as simple villagers. Even simple villagers, they used to take various different advices from Shad Goswamis. Uh, and they used to definitely take advices for their kids, for their families, because they were absolutely one of the best saints in our Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya. For example, Rupa Goswami and Yukta Vairagya. Let's talk about that. So Rupa Goswami, as we all know, Rupa Goswami was previously a powerful minister. He left everything and he joined Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, became a mendicant. So once what happens, a wealthy Sindhi merchant approached him and asked, Swamiji, I want to serve you. Please tell me how can we serve you? And you know what was his reply? He said, if you have money, engage it in Krishna's service according to your capacity. This is what our Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj has also mentioned this to Srila Prabhupada. Even Srila Prabhupada has mentioned this many, many times. So this particular Sindhi merchant, he built a beautiful temple for Krishna, and that temple is also still there in Vrindavan, one of the most famous temples. So the lesson is money is not bad, wealth is not bad. Nothing created by Lord is not bad. Is bad. It is used in Krishna's service. If it is used for our own enjoyment, then it becomes the cause of bondage. So a real sannyasi is someone who does not hate anything, not dveshti, even money. but uses everything in Krishna's service. Srila Prabhupada says, get me the wealth of all from the universe, and I will use it for Krishna's service, for sure. There was one merchant who came and he was talking to Srila Prabhupada. And Srila Prabhupada, he was saying that I am completely stressed. I have so much of business, so much of wealth, and because of which I'm so stressed. So Srila Prabhupada says, I would like to definitely take off your stress. Tell me where is your office? My boys will come tomorrow, and they will be very happy to take the donation from you for the temple. And I'm sure that particular wealth that you have got will be used for Krishna's service. So when Srila Prabhupada used to get such merchants, such businessmen, he always used to talk about Krishna consciousness. He always used to see how their wealth, how their properties, how their resources can be used for Krishna's service. And this is Yukta Vairagya. This is absolutely Yukta Vairagya. I would like to give you one more example of. Let's understand the difference between Yukta Vairagya and Falgu Vairagya. So Rupa Goswami teaches from Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu from 1 to 255. I repeat, it's 1 to 255 verse. Anasaktasya Vishayan Yatharam Upa Yungjitaha Nirbandha Krishna Sambandhe Yukta Vairagyam Uchyate. So what does it mean? Anashaktasya Vishayan. Accept sense objects without attachment simply as needed. Yatharham. As much as necessary to maintain body and soul together. Nirbandha Krishna Sambandhe. Keep everything connected to Krishna. This is called Yukta Vairagya, the proper renunciation. So opposite is Falgu Vairagya. Someone tries to renounce the world without understanding its relationship to Krishna. Externally, he looks renounced, but internally, he still has material attachments. That renunciation is second class, is bogus at best. Often, it is also called as hypocritical. Let me give you some examples. So, someone says, you should not gossip. This is not good for Krishna consciousness. But they gossip regularly. A person acts humble in public, but is proud and arrogant privately. A leader tells others to be honest, but lies themselves. So this is hypocritical. And we have to be very, very careful because this is Falgu Vairagya. There's another focus or another viewpoint, or I like to give an example, is monkey renunciation, which is called Markata Vairagya. Srila Prabhupada gave this example. A mendicant you may see a mendicant which is naked, eating fruits, and living in the forest. So Srila Prabhupada always gives an example of a monkey. A monkey also lives in the forest. He is also naked. He eats fruits and has a monkey lady on his side. Externally, monkey and renunciate may look similar, right? So this is called Markata Vairagya, monkey renunciation. We are not interested in monkey renunciation, Srila Prabhupada says. Real renunciation means I do not use anything for my sense gratification, period. I use everything for Krishna's pleasure, period. This is what Srila Prabhupada stresses on, and this is exactly what means the Yukta Vairagya. So not a rupee for my personal comfort in that case, but millions of rupees gladly engaged in Krishna's service. You may definitely see Srila Prabhupada has used millions and billions of US dollars and rupees only for Krishna's service. And because of Srila Prabhupada, we have got more than 250,000 of temples and centers all around the world. You go in any part of the world, there is ISKCON temple or a center who's ready to serve you, ready to accept you, because that is Srila Prabhupada's family. And Srila Prabhupada, whenever as soon as you enter inside the temple of any ISKCON, once you see Srila Prabhupada, you really feel so nice. You really feel that I'm back in my grandfather's temple and my grandfather's shelter, in his lotus feet shelter. These are the feelings you get. Why? Because this is Srila Prabhupada. This is his compassion on all of us. This is his compassion because he has lived the real sadhu shastra, and he has lived all the wonderful shlokas that instructed by Krishna to Arjuna. Let's take another example of Gopi and Lord Chaitanya. So Gopi's renunciation, as we all know, when Krishna played his flute at night in Vrindavana, the Gopis left their father, their mother, their father, mother, husband, family, kids, social opinion, everything. Why? Because they wanted to be with Krishna. Because they love Krishna. They have unlimited love for Krishna. They were simple village girls, not scholars, but had unlimited love for Krishna. Their attitude is, we don't care for anything or anyone if it obstructs Krishna's service. On the other hand, due to this affection of gopis to Lord Krishna, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu praised their worship. He says, Aradhyo Bhagavan Vrajase Chaitanyas Tadham Vrindavanam Ramya Kajit Upasana Vraje Vadhu Vargena Ya Kalpita Srimad Bhagavatam Paramam Amal Prema Pum Artha Mahan Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhur Mat Idam Tadra Daro Na Paraha. He says, the supreme worshipable Lord is Bhagwan Krishna, the son of the king of Braja, and his abode is Vrindavan. The most delightful form of worship is that which was performed by the young brides of Braja, the gopis. Srimad Bhagavatam is a spotless and a supreme evidence, and the pure love of God, Prema, is the highest goal of human life. This is the teaching of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and we hold this conclusion in the highest respect. This is the essence of sannyas in consciousness, total loving surrender. When we say Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Rupa Goswami glorifies Lord Chaitanya by saying Namo Mahavadannaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gauravatsana. Oh, most magnificent incarnation, you are Krishna himself appearing as Lord Sri Chaitanya, and you're distributing love of Krishna freely. Krishna in Gita says, Sarva dharmam parityajya mam ekam sharanam braja, aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshe shanti masuja. 18.66. Abandon all varieties of religion and just surrender unto me. Some scholars even twist it to mean not to Krishna, but the text is clear. Lord Chaitanya comes again to personally embody and distribute that surrender through Nama Sankirtana. One who has tasted even a little of this Krishna consciousness cannot be attracted to lesser things. And that's the reason they say, as soon as you come in ISKCON, you will definitely would like to come again and again. Why? Because Krishna captures your heart. Krishna steals your heart. When Krishna steals your heart, then nobody can save you. And that is how it is very important for all of us to make sure that we surrender to the Lordship. Let's have some more examples on this particular regards. So for example, Arjuna was fighting without hatred. Arjuna is asked to fight against his own relatives. Initially, he hates fighting and desires non-violence. Now, transformation from Gita through Gita. What was the transformation? The transformation was he becomes free from hatred, no dveshti. He becomes free from desire for personal victory, no now kankshiti. And he acts only to please Krishna. So what is the impact? The impact was Arjuna fights not out of anger, not out of desire for kingdom, but Krishna wants him to do this. He becomes an example of action without attachment. So let's take another example of Bhishma. He was lying on a bed of arrows without bitterness. Bhishma lies wounded on the battlefield, we all know. supported only by arrows. So despite suffering, he holds no hatred towards Arjuna or the Pandavas who shoot them. He holds no desire for revenge or relief. His only meditation is on Krishna. Bhishma prays, let my mind be fixed on Lord who drove Arjuna's chariot. What was the impact? So Bhishma demonstrated Bhagavad Gita 5.3 in the most dramatic condition. No hatred in pain, no desire for anything except Krishna. He is the very picture of Nitya Sannyasi. Let's take one more example of Vidura. The peaceful, someone who's peaceful, detached Kshatriya. That is the right word for Vidura. Peaceful, detached Kshatriya. Vidura was insulted so many times, humiliated and exiled so many times by Duryodhana. But he did not hate Duryodhana, not Vesti. He did not desire revenge or power, no, not Kankshiti. He left silently, peacefully, taking only his stuff. Later, he even came back. He even came back to Hastinapur. Why? Because he lovingly he came to meet Dhritarashtra to give him instruction, not as an enemy, but as a well-wisher. Vidura, in this case, Vidura shows that renunciation lies in attitude, not position. This is something which those who are in the corporate, on the management level, this is a wonderful lesson that we can learn from Vidura. Renunciation lies in attitude, not position. It's amazing. Let's take some more examples. Uddhava can be another example. He is another supreme renunciation through wisdom. When Krishna instructs Uddhava in the Uddhav Gita, he explains, one who sees me everywhere never hates anything, never desires anything. One who sees me everywhere never hates me anything, never hates anything and never desires anything. So Uddhava did not desire to stay in comfort in Dwarka. He did not hate the difficult service of going to Vrindavana. He accepted everything as Krishna's arrangement. He left to Badrika Ashram. Yeah, he left because even though he wanted to go with Krishna, Krishna has instructed him to take his instructions and go to Badrika Ashram. So he left for Badrika Ashram to live and die absorbed in Krishna. The another example we can think of Yudhishthira Maharaj here. Yudhishthira Maharaj, even after winning the battle, he was not having any desire for kingdom. Because when he regained the throne, he says, I did not want this kingdom. If Krishna desires it only, then I will accept it. He had no desire for material rulership, no hatred towards those who harmed him. He ruled only because this pleases Krishna and serves his plan. What was the impact? The impact was even a king back can be a Nitya Sannyasi. So meaning it is very difficult to find such kind of sannyasi or such kind of kings or such kind of leaders or such kind of politician in today's world. Whatever, if they, and that's the reason Srila Prabhupada has proposed Bhagavad Gita to be read and to have only devotees on the leadership position in politics. He has proposed it to Indira Gandhi that in whoever is in the cabinet who becomes minister, they should read Bhagavad Gita and the country must be led as per the instruction of lordship. And this is what we can see through the examples of the Yudhishthira Maharaj, Arjuna, Bhishma Dev. We can see so many examples. And in case if our leaders have that kind of attitude, of course, whichever country they are ruling in or they are leading in, that country will definitely flourish. It will become Krishna conscious country. Another example is Haridas Thakur, who is not disturbed by praise or insult. As we all know, Haridas Thakur was beaten in 22 marketplaces very badly. He did not held any hatred towards the guards, had no desire for freedom or comfort. Even while he was taking all this beating at these 22 marketplaces, he was praying to Lordship, "Oh Lord, please forgive them. They are only doing their duty." Later on, when honored or worshipped, he did not desire prestige. He remained humble and completely detached. Haridas Thakur embodies perfect nirdvandva, beyond duality. Then we have one more example of Sukhdev Goswami. Now, Sukhdev Goswami was very pure, desireless sannyasi. Sukhdev Goswami had no material hatred. He saw no difference between forest and the city. As we all know, as soon as he took birth, he came out of womb of mother and started walking. And he didn't have any hatred or any kind of comparison. He had no material desire, walked naked without shame, did not desire disciples, followers, or fame. He had spoken Bhagavatam out of compassion and Krishna's desire. And in that particular Bhagavatam, his father, Vyas Muni, his father's Gurudev, Narad Muni, and all the great sannyas acharyas was sitting. Because he is Nitya Sanya. Let's take examples of gopis again. Highest renunciation to a different level completely. Yeah, Ramya Kachita Upasana. So gopis never hated anyone, not even those who restricted them. Desired nothing but only and only Krishna's pleasure. Could abandon all worldly ties for Krishna's fruit call. Demonstrated no duality at all. And this is the perfect, highest perfection as per our this particular shloka, which is 5.3. And how can we forget our most beloved, our most beloved, Srila Prabhupada, modern example of Bhagavad Gita 5.3. Srila Prabhupada never hated anyone. And that was the reason he has welcomed not Malicha, someone who is much, much degraded than Malicha in his satsanga, in his temple, yeah, under his shelter. Even critics or opponents were welcome. Never desired personal wealth, comfort, or fame. Accepted everything, poverty on Jaluta or fame in America as Krishna's mercy. Used every resource, every single resource. There's one Leela. Srila Prabhupada was walking with one of the sannyasi in Mayapur, I believe. And while he was walking, he has pointed out with his stick something on very far, like half a kilometer away. And the other followers were just thinking what Srila Prabhupada is trying to show us. And then he started walking to a tap which was open. And it was basically some waters were dripping. So we can understand how Srila Prabhupada wants us to use every single resource in Krishna's service. Yeah. And that is the reason Srila Prabhupada saw success and failure equally. Was joyful, peaceful, detached, determined. So he's a perfect example of no hatred, no material desire, fully surrendered to his Gurudev's instruction and the Lordship. Yoga Yukta action all the time, liberation from duality completely. Yeah. Since we have some more time, we can take some more examples. So we can also have example of Hanumanji, perfect devotional renunciation. Hanuman burned Ravana's city, but held no hatred, only devotion. He says, I act only for Rama's pleasure. I desire nothing for myself. So each of these personalities, if you see, has demonstrated no dveshti, which is no hatred, sorry, even towards enemy, critics, or those who harm them. No material desire, na kankshiti. No hunger for comfort, prestige, or personal gain. Freedom from duality, nirdvandva. Same attitude. Same behavior in honor, dishonor, success, failure, pleasure, and pain. Because His Holiness Radhana Swami Maharaj, he says that all these things will definitely come. You invite, you don't invite. You want, you don't want. These Honor, dishonor, success, failure, pleasure, pain will definitely come. But in order for us to face this, we have to make sure that we should be freedom. We should be free from duality, nirdvandva. What does that mean? It means that we have to definitely accept both of them as Krishna's mercy. Because in honor, it is of course blessing of lordship. Dishonor, it is something which Lord wants us to definitely improve and enhance and upgrade ourselves so that we can definitely come very closer to Him and His lotus feet. Devotion-centered vision. There's another point of view. Act only for Krishna's desire. We have already given so many examples. So there's the Krishna, the consciousness. We have to make sure that we are free from bondage even while acting. So when you say while acting, we're talking about when we are working, when we are at work, when we are doing business, when we are having any kind of activity. We need to make sure that everything is centered around Krishna. So that was basically the summon bonum of this shloka, which is 5.3 Bhagavad Gita. Nayasa nitya sannyasi yona dveshtina kankshati nirdvandvo hi mahabhavo sukam bandhat pramuchate. Once again, I would like to thank you so much for giving me an opportunity, and I would like to request you to please kindly add your thoughts, so that definitely we can learn so many things from you. Please, thank you so much once again.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Dandat Pranam Prabhuji.
Prabhuji, class.
Hare Krishna.
By hearing this class,
yes, Prabhuji.
Am I audible, Prabhuji?
Yes, now yes.
One second, one second, Prabhuji. I will remove this link. Am I audible, Prabhuji?
Yes, Prabhuji. Please go ahead, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhuji.
I have read this sloka so many times. But thing is, what your kind self unfold this sloka is so touches my heart. So too, how we can be able to be like what stated in sloka? Is it possible for me to live like that? The big question mark is rising before me. How it is to be cultivated in my regular life? So I am thinking how nirdvandva, niryoga, and then always in Krishna consciousness. See, so, but just to talk all these things, the big words, easy. But it is to be implemented in our personal life. We have to live for Sri Krishna. We must be always in Krishna consciousness. So, Prabhuji, is it possible for me to be like that? I am thinking myself, Prabhuji, I don't know to what extent I will succeed in this life by adopting all these things. So the thing is, this is not so easy as far as my knowledge goes. But what? Because the great personalities have done this. So we have to follow their footsteps, paths. Then only we can able to be. This is my big question, and I am thinking. So how to be? Yes, because right from morning, wake up to night, we were facing so many things, so many personalities. So every personality, every person, and sequences giving education to us. So for all those, we have to respond. While responding, so we are always be in Krishna consciousness, and we have to think how to react for all those things. Also, this is a big lesson. So, Prabhuji, really your kind self has unfolded this loka which touches me. So, make me be in that path. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. This is a memorable thing for me. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhu. Dhanam Pranam, Prabhu. First of all, there's so many things to learn from you, and I still remember last time when I was conducting this small class. Mataji mentioned that you start this class in the morning until end in the evening. You keep hearing back to back, back to back, back to back, and that itself is so inspiring. I'm sure there must be so many diversions, there must be so many distractions, but still you're trying to focus and trying to make your life Krishna consciousness. So this is one of the best example, Prabhu. Sometime when we are materially surrounded with so many things, we do get attracted, and sometimes our sadhana slackens. But this example of yours and this practice of yours itself is very, very inspiring, very encouraging to me. That is number one, Prabhu. And second thing, which you rightly mentioned, that and Srila Prabhupada gives so many significance to this, is when we are having this desire that while I'm leaving, I really want to remember Lordship. This desire is very auspicious, number one. And number two, in order for us to fulfill this particular desire, we have to pray to Guru and Gauranga to always give me a shelter of pure devotee who can encourage me every time, motivate me every time to serve Lord, and always be very conscious every time to purify myself, because Lord will definitely accept us when we are pure. And how can we become pure? Only when we are chanting His name. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has mentioned so many times that the only way for us to go back home is to chant Sri Hari's name, and that is the only boat that we have got, Prabhu. So thank you so much, Prabhu. Really, very, very inspiring. I just bow down to your lotus feet. Kindly bless me, so I can also get a similar kind of inspiration like you, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu. Pranam, Hare Krishna.
Hey, Prabhuji, don't mind. Only because of you speakers, senior devotees. By hearing all these classes, really I am motivating.
Hare Krishna.
Without your attraction for me, for Krishna consciousness, I can't able to sit right from morning to night. So
Hare
only
Krishna.
because you are capturing my mind, you believe it or not, or otherwise it is not possible. Don't only it is happening by the senior devotees who are all you
All
reaching
glory
me,
to Srila Prabhupada.
and
All glory to Srila Prabhupada. All glory
that's
to Srila
great.
Prabhupada.
That's good. I do agree. Please bless me till my
Okay.
last breath, till
Hare Krishna.
till my last breathing. I must not fall down from Krishna consciousness. This is my only prayer for you, and
Jai
then
Ho.
Sutra Supreme Lord Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. I'll pray for you, Prabhu. I'll definitely pray for you. Then Prabhu. Any other questions? Any other any doubts? Please share your thoughts. Let me understand different viewpoints from your end. I would be very happy to have some more thoughts on this forum, please. We have Saurav Prabhu, we have Shruti Mataji, Puja Mataji, Nav Kishori Mataji, then we have Kripa Mai Mataji, then we have Chikisha Mataji, Indira Mataji, Geeta Mataji, Dinesh Prabhu, Suguna Mataji. Please, if you can just kindly share your thoughts, I'll be absolutely grateful to you.
Hare Krishna. Wonderful session, Prabhu. Thank you for
Glory to Srila Prabhupada.
doing this. Prabhu, there is another session. So if at all anybody has any question or doubt, they can put it in the group and we will forward it to you, if you don't
Thank
mind.
you so much.
Thank you, everybody, for your participation. And we'll meet for next session, next class. Any more addition? for a minute? We can take 1 minute. Okay, so we do Vaishnava Pranam. Vancha kalpatarusha, kripa sindhubhyascha, patitanam pavanebhyo, Vaishnavibhyo namo namaha. Ananta Mandi ki jai. Shri Prabhupada.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Everybody's permission, I will log out.
Hare Krishna, Sadhana.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Krishnamurti Prabhu. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you. Thank you.